Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Welcome to Rollin Field, everyone. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get ready for our second game of the day between the Polson Pirates and the Loyola Breakers. Game one would go to the Polson Pirates over the Rams, 6-1. So the Loyola girls are looking to change the landscape and get one back for the boys here this afternoon. Hello everyone, Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I want to say hello and welcome to our newest sponsor to MPSN. That would be D.A. Davison, the Ray Round, and Sidney Carlino Group. We'll have their information up here. We'll have their stats. We'll have, their logo and everything up. Look for them very soon, but very excited about that as we've got teams coming out on to the field, and we are just about ready to go here at Rollin Field between the Pirates of Polson and the Breakers of Loyola here in Missoula. Let's go ahead and get into our starting lineups for today's matchup as the girls line out on the field. And we'll go ahead and adjust that. I want to go ahead and apologize ahead of time, folks, as I'm a one-man crew today. My cameraman out sick, so I am running this on my own today. So I'll try to keep up with camera, but you'll always get some great commentary to go with it. We're going to go ahead and start with the Polson Pirates, the non-starters. Number 9, Gwen Reese. Number 14, Kelky Finkbeiner. And number 17, Michaela Redwind. Now for the starting lineups for the Polson Pirates. Number 2, Autumn Berland. Number 3, Kyla Heiser. Number 4, Jaslyn Dalby. Number 6, Abby Day. Number 7, Sophie Moderi. Number 1, Megan Rost. That is your goalkeeper. Number 10, Grace Hobbs. Number 11, Allie Hupka. Number 12, Chloe Ducharny. Number 13, Ashley Howell. And rounding it out, number 20, Lily Armstrong. The non-starters for the Loyola Breakers today. That will be number 5, Lily Bombs, number 6, Hannah Bombs, and number 9, Isabella Johnston. Now for our starting lineups. In the box, the keeper, number 1, Megan Newman. Number 2, Sydney Kopang. Number 3, Emma Daniel. Number 4, Erin Dahl. Number 7, Giselle Huffman. Number 10, Lainey Walker. Number 11, Carlin Lechner. Number 12, Amelia Craig. Number 13, McKenna Round. Number 14, Lexi Von Dorstein. And number 16, Grace Daniel. I'm going to grab one of my sheets out of the bag here as we get ready to go. PA announcer announcing the lineups here for both sides.
A sophomore defender, number 10, Grace Hobbs.
As Matt Manley, the voice of Loyola Sports here. Matt Manley, great guy, as he has been the voice of football, volleyball, soccer. If the Rams and Breakers need a voice, well, Matt steps in and does a phenomenal job of it. Plus, it doesn't help that he's got a great baritone voice. He had his children go through the Loyola High School.
Yes, this is the starting lineup for your Loyola Sacred Heart Breakers.
As he announces the Loyola lineups.
Scratch that. I think she's a
A
junior.
junior, number 6, Hannah
Bomis is the last name. So our new sponsors on board, we'll talk about them for just a moment. And that would be Paradise Falls. No matter what it's like outside, it's always nice in Paradise. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montanans since 1959. And D.A. Davison, our newest one that just signed on this week, member SIPC, the Strength of Advice, D.A. Davison. That would be the Ray Round and Sidney Carlino group, as they continue to announce the Breakers lineups. Breakers last weekend, they would face Billings Central and Laurel would be a tough one, as the Locomotives would run the score up. And you know, it was a high-scoring game for Locomotives, but I'll tell you what, saw a lot of good things out of these Breakers. They are a fairly young team. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on there, but they do have their senior in Sydney Kopang. Juniors, or no, I apologize. Emma Daniel is the senior. Sydney Kopang, a junior. Erin Dahl, a junior, as well as Lainey Walker and Amelia Craig. So the teams with a fist bump as we get ready to go. 40 minutes of action on each half. Between the Breakers and the Pirates. We'll have more action going on as Tuesday night, Loyola will go to Hamilton for soccer. We'll have both games audio stream only. So all home games, whether it's football or soccer, will have video stream. All road games will be audio stream only for either soccer or football. We'll be doing basketball this winter as well with Loyola, and we'll do softball in the spring for the Breakers. Always fun. We got to do softball this spring with the Breakers, and it was a lot of fun getting to know the young ladies. And one of my favorite people in the world, Coach Waters, Troy Waters, and he is such a great guy. Nothing but positivity comes from that guy, and he is constantly encouraging the young ladies. And he does the same thing with his football players, offensive coordinator. So we get ready to go here. As everybody sets up, officials on the field. And Sydney Kopang to take the opening kick. As we get set to go. Waiting for the whistle. Official checks his watch, and we've got start of play. Loyola going left to right, west to east, if you will, and they will control the ball to start out with. So the Breakers coming to the near side. Giselle Huffman fed up field. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Breaker ball. Pirate ball. As we have the throw in. Polson to control. And Sydney Kopang will settle it. She sends it forward. And battling away, that's Walker. Lady Walker's going to go ahead and put one on goal, and that'll be just a hair wide. And it's cleared out at midfield. And Polson's going to try to make a run. But it is picked up by Walker. Far side now at the feet of Lechner. And here comes Emma Daniel. That's one of my more favorite Breakers, as the ball is pushed up to the near side. And it is chased down by Lexi Von Dorsty. And out of bounds off the Breakers. Breakers last year had a fearsome defense. Kenna Gunther back there. And she moved on. Very headstrong player. As Polson controls it on the far side. Sent in. And trying to clear it out. Polson with work and Newman talking. Here's Von Dorstein. Centered up. And Walker will take it away. Walker to push with one on. Looks to split the defenders. Comes to the near side, and the defender will get a foot on it for Polson. Sent forward now. On the run, it's Sid Kopang. Kopang on the run. She's going to try to center it up. She'll stop. Switches feet. Shot on goal by Kopang, and it's blocked. And the Breakers with 2 shots right away. Emma Daniel at midfield. Now gets it to Giselle Huffman. Huffman feeds it forward to Kopang. Kopang to Walker. What a combination that is. And now Daniel. Daniel to fight forward. She tries to split the defenders, but is tripped up, and it's cleared out. It'll roll out of bounds, and it'll be Breaker throw-in on the far side of the field in front of the Polson bench. So Emma Daniel now pushing it forward. I've really enjoyed watching Emma come up. She is a senior this year. I started watching her as a sophomore on the basketball program for the Breakers. And she has really, she was a little bit timid. Here's McKenna Round centering it up into the midfield to Walker. Walker sends it forward. Kopang on the run. Keeper's going to come out for it. Kopang is there. And the keeper gets a foot on it. Kopang looked like she was going to have an open net, and Rost gets a foot on it. Now it's at midfield. Sent forward. On the run now. Near side. That's Howell. Howell trying to center it up. She's got one on. She'll center it. Shot. And Newman will pick it up. So Polson has their first shot of the game. Sent up field. And out of bounds. This will be Breaker ball on the far sideline. You got Kopang out front with Amelia Craig. But in the midfield is a young lady by the name of Eleni Walker. And last week at Laurel, I was blown away by Walker's play. She is such a spark plug. Lots of energy. Ton of fun to watch. And with her at midfield and Kopang up front, this is going to be a scary Breaker team once they break out. Near side. At the feet of Huffman. Huffman sends it forward. It's Walker. Walker crosses over. Great move by Walker. Sends it up to Kopang. Kopang on the near side. Kopang's going to crack a shot, and it'll be wide. So the Breakers with 3 shots on goal so far. And Rost will have to have a goal kick. There's the kick. Near side. Polson trying to control, but Loyola. Walker takes it away. Walker this time with a crossover. Gets a shoulder. She'll keep on it. Walker pushes forward, keeps fighting through. Far side now, Emma Daniel. And it's cleared out by Polson. That one's going to roll to the edge. It does not go out of bounds, and this one will come off of a Breaker on the far side. Out of bounds. And Polson will have a throw-in on the far side. Not an awkward spot. This is the first setup for video for us here at Rollin Field, so we're going to take a look at things on video setup for the future, so we don't have this pole in your way. Get you a little clearer view. Breakers now with a throw-in. Polson with control, pushing up. Emma Daniel chasing it down. Center to Ducharny. Now down the far sideline. And out of bounds off of the Breakers. Header. Drop down. Trying to control it is Ducheney. And Polson will continue to control on the far side. Centering it up, and it's booted out upfield. Chased down by the Breakers. That is Craig, and Polson now out of bounds. Breaker throw in on the far side. Here's the toss in down the far sideline, and Kopang's going to come up on it, and it'll roll out of bounds. Breaker throw in. Kopang will take the throw in. She's going to have a nice deep throw, and it's Walker. Walker on the run. Walker all by herself. She's going to have a shot, and the Breakers are on the board. Lainey Walker in the 32nd minute. And the Breakers go on the board 1-0. And they're going to keep the clock running for the girls' game. They did stop it on goals on the last one with the boys. So we'll just keep the clock rolling with the stadium clock. Breakers fighting for it. Polson to control, pushing upfield now. Stepping in front is Von Dorstein. And fighting for it is Huffman. Huffman now. And here comes Kopang. Off the foot of Kopang, out of bounds, and that will be a Polson throw in right below us. Here's the toss. They're going to drop it back. And controlled by Duchamp. Getting a foot on it. We get a whistle, and that's going to be a handball against Dahl. Here's the center. And it's going to get wide, and Newman will go down for the save. Nice job by Megan Newman on the save. Here's the kick out to midfield. Controlled by the Breakers. Sent it up. Daniels tries to get Emma Daniel. Tries to get there. Comes to the near side. And it's fed ahead. Von Dorstein, and she's pushed off the ball. So Kopang to throw in. She's been another phenomenal breaker to watch too. Coming in as a freshman on the basketball squad. Watched her there. And she just lit things up. And then last year on the soccer field, her and Tessa Burke were a offensive combo that were lethal. Here is Polson now. Shot on goal. It gets by Newman. So Polson on the board now in the 29th minute. And they do stop the clock this time. So that was Howell in the 29th minute to tie it up at 1. So we come back to midfield. There's the whistle. Starts play. And Walker will go to work right away. She's going to push it up, sends it out far side. Stepping up is the Polson defender. And centers it up. Right there is McKenna Round. McKenna Round looks to switch fields, and she does. Kopang is there. Kopang with control, one on. Kopang up the near sideline. She's got one on. She's going to go ahead and push it in there, and a right-footed shot by Kopang, and a good save by Frost. Ross now with the kick out of the box, ahead on it to center it up, and there's Walker once again. She is just a little devil, and she'll be shouldered to the ground. Free kick for the Breakers. Kopang to take the kick. This will be indirect. So the Breakers setting up a set play here. And here's the set by Kopang, and a direct shot on goal. And Rost will toss it out. Breakers look to control. And it's down the near sideline, out of bounds behind the pole. Polson with the throw in. And it's upfield, and it didn't even make it in bounds. And folks, you see the man with the camera down there? Well, that would be John Newman of Newman Photography, the father of the Breaker goalkeeper, Megan Newman, as Kopang throws this one deep downfield. Walker is there, but the Polson defense picks it up, brought into the near corner by Walker. Kopang is on the streak, the center, and it's too far across. Emma Daniel can't get to it. It'll roll to the far side. Daniel tries to drop it back. Polson defender will tap it forward, and now Polson on the run. Breakers with numbers. Emma Daniel going down hard, no whistle. Daniel continues to fight for it and comes back up. That's what I'm talking about, folks, with Emma Daniel. Ball behind the pole now emerging, and they drop it back, and it's sent forward. Polson with a runner there. That's the goal scorer, Howell, and Howell will push up the near sideline. Two defenders on. She'll center it up, and Newman will have an easy save. So Newman to kick it out. She's going to have a nice boot to midfield. It'll hop over Craig. Polson looking to control. Walker gets a foot on it. Pushed to the far side. And now picked up by Loyola. It'll roll out of bounds, and Polson will have a throw in on the far side. 25, 55 left in the first half. And it's McKenna Round coming up with it. She tries to get it centered to Walker, but a streaking Moderi will pick it up, and this one's going to be back. Newman's going to come up for it. It'll bounce off of Newman. Shot on goal by Polson. It'll go in on the deflection, and Howell will have her second goal in the 25th minute. So the Pirates take a 2-1 lead over the Breakers on the deflection. Daniel drops it back. Von Dorstein, near side, sends it up the sideline. Tries to flick it ahead to Kopang, but not enough. Now this time it will be ahead to Kopang. Kopang tries to get there, but it's the defender that gets it up. Now Daniel centering it up to Walker. Walker has Kopang. The defender is there to push it out of bounds, and this will be a Breaker throw-in on the near sideline. Kopang to throw in. It's tossed to Huffman. Defender's there. Huffman fights for it. Defender trying to break it out. Rolls to the near sideline, kicked out of bounds, and this will be a Polson throw-in on the near sideline, just out of view. And it looks like Polson is going to have a substitution. Kylie Heiser running off, and we'll wait for a moment on the young lady that's running on. Looks like Finkbeiner. As this one's kicked out of bounds. Kopang with the throw in. Here's the toss by Kopang. She's going to center it up. Just out of your guys' view. Tries to get it ahead to Craig, and now it's pushed out. Far side, kicked up field. McKenna round with it. McKenna trying to fight for it. Actually, no, that's Walker. Switching fields. Kopang gets a knee on it. And pushed out. Pushed up field, down the near sideline, and it'll roll out just out of view for a Polson throw-in. Throw-in down the near sideline, and it'll be punched out of bounds by Huffman. And we didn't start the clock after the goal. So we'll have to catch that back up. 22:57. And now Polson on the run. Once again, centered up. And between the legs of the defender, trying to get it recentered. Huffman with the save. It'll roll out of bounds, and we've got a corner kick. Megan Newman with a good save, and we have our first corner kick of the game in favor of Polson. Substitution once again for the Pirates, and that would be Lily Armstrong coming back in as well as number 17, that's Red Wing. The corner across the bar, kick back out of bounds, and we'll reset up for a corner on the near side. And it will be Armstrong to take the corner. Armstrong with the approach. And it's going to be over Buddy's head to the far side. And this one will be kicked out of bounds. Grace Daniel over there. So Polson now with the throw in on the far side. Controlling in the breaker half. McKenna round to clear it out. Now it's Kopang. Kopang on the run. She's got one on. Stops, spins. Kopang still controlling. Feeds it out. Polson defender comes up. That's Armstrong. Controlling those, Van Dorstein is going to be out of bounds right in front of us for a breaker throw-in. Van Dorstein right away to Kopang. And it's kicked out of bounds. Throw in right behind the window bar to Kopang. Kopang with one on, turns. Comes to the near side to Walker. Walker to crossover. She's going to run to the near corner. Centers it up, and Craig couldn't get it there in time. It's going to roll to the far side. Here comes Emma Daniel. Emma Daniel will go down in the box. And we'll have a free kick. For the Breakers, and it's just out of your guys' know. Sydney Kopang is going to get a goal kick. So Sid Kopang on the goal kick. I mean on the free kick. Penalty kick. It's a kick. Here's Kopang. And she'll put it in the back of the net. Sydney Kopang. 19th minute. On the penalty kick. And the Breakers tie it up at 2. So Polson on the free kick, on the kick here. And they'll control it. It's Howell. Trying to center it up. Emma Daniels there. Kicked forward. And it's Howell. Howell on the run on the near side. And she tries to center it. Von Dorstein is there. Gets to the top of the box. And a foot on it by Emma Daniel. Emma Daniel will clear it out. It's Craig. Foot on it by Polson. Walker's there. Walker takes it away. One on. Flicks it ahead just a little bit too hard, but she stays with it. Walker turns. Walker's got 2 breakers. It's white and red. White in favor on the numbers. Walker still battling away on the far side. Gets by the defender. Up to the 18-yard line. She's trying to center it up. It's going to roll to the end line and saved by Polson. They'll kick it upfield, and Emma Daniel is there to put a foot on it. Kicked back up. And this time it's Grace Daniel to center it. McKenna Round on it. One on. Round fighting through. And it's Emma Daniel. Emma Daniel with a slight flick. And this one's sent forward. And Kopang will control at midfield. Comes to the near side. Sent upfield. Battling at midfield, and now Van Dorstein will battle with Howell. Dropping it back. And kicked out of bounds on the near side. It'll be a Polson throw-in with 17:05. Left. And Polson to make some substitutions. Each team with 3 subs today. Loyola was out with just 1 last week, as we have the Armstrong throw-in and a whistle. And they say Armstrong didn't have the proper throw-in. Got to bring the ball all the way behind your head. As Kopang will throw in. You'll get a good textbook throw in here by Kopang. As she's going to toss that one downfield. Walker is there, fights for it, and it's out of bounds off of Craig. So Polson to throw in now. Armstrong to control. Daniel is there. Craig off the shin, and it'll be a Polson throw in once again. Walker there to defend. Flicked forward to Howell. Howell gets it ahead, and Emma Daniel is there. Armstrong to control now. And this one is sent ahead. On the run is Burland. Burland to wide to Heiser. Heiser will center it up, and another save by Newman. Newman boots it out. Good foot on it. Out to midfield. On the bounce. Polson chasing it down. That's Hobbs. Hobbs turns it. Back upfield. And Daniel will come up with it. Howell gets a foot on it. Now it's sent forward. Burland with a foot on it. Burland on the run, and McKenna Round will kick it to the near sideline. It'll roll out. And Polson will have a throw-in. Talked about our new sponsors at the top. As we get the center on the shot, McKenna Round will clear it out of the box. And coming up with it is Finkbein. Now it's Howell, near side. And it's battled away out of the feet of Howell. Coming back up, cranking a shot, and that will be deflected. And Von Dorstein out to the near side. Lechner has it taken away. And it's dropped back. Kopang will chase it down, sent back upfield. And around will boot it up, but it's deflected. Good job by Dahl. Ball on the near side. Emma Daniel gets a foot on it. Ahead to Walker. Walker with one on, crosses over. Sends it ahead to Kopang with the defender there, and Hobbs will send it back, and it'll be out of bounds, far side. Talked about our new sponsors, and the newest one, D.A. Davison. Well, if you're looking for investments, maybe healthcare or health. Maybe you need a little help with your portfolio. Get a hold of Ray Round and Sidney Carlino over at D.A. Davison. 543-8244. And ask for Sidney Carlino or Ray Round. They'll help you out with your investments, maybe your 401k. Proud sponsors of Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Here's the throw in on the far side at midfield. Walker will put it down on the floor. She's going to send it ahead to Kopang. Kopang will stall. And Kopang now with a little trickery at the foot. And it's Walker. Walker will send it in. Shot on goal, and that's going to be an easy save for Rost. We tick towards the 10-minute mark. Tied at 2. Polson's going to clear it out. Picked up by Emma Daniel. She'll send it ahead to Kopang. Kopang with a little twist on the foot. And it's Walker. Laney Walker on the far side. Walker will crank one off, but it's deflected by the Polson defender. And now it's sent back in by Giselle Huffman, and we'll have a goal kick. Loyola leading the shots on goal. 8-3, 8-4. Sometimes it's hard to read your own scribbling as Armstrong comes off the field. And Polson will sub in a new defender. Here's the goal kick. It's going to be sent upfield and out of bounds. And the Breakers will have a throw in front of the Polson bench. There's the throw. And off of Kopang, out of bounds. So Polson to throw in now. Drop back, and the defender will center it up. And it's Finkbeiner will bring it to the near side to Howell, but it's controlled by Von Dorstein. Deflection, out of bounds, and this will be a Breaker throw-in right down and in front of us. Thrown in, Emma Daniel. Centered up to Walker. Walker looking to switch fields. No, she's going to crosses over on the defender. Nice move, pushes forward, one on, crosses over in front of that defender. She's going to put one on goal. It's going to be high off the crossbar of the football post, and they're going to say out of bounds, goal kick. So Rost with the goal kick. On its way. She's going to boot it up shy of midfield. And it's picked up by Armstrong. Now on the push, on the run. It's Berland. Berland for Polson on the run. McKenna Round is there. They try to cross it over the far side. Shot on goal. It's going to be high over the net. Inside 10 minutes now. Here's the kick by Newman. Polson with the foot on it. Grace Daniel sends it to Emma Daniel. Emma Daniel with a nice crossover move. Centered up to Walker. Walker with one on. She'll put it to the far side. At the feet of Giselle Huffman, and Huffman has it taken away. And Huffman will come back to defend on it. Out of bounds. Polson throw in on the far side. And Polson to sub. As Sophia Moderi comes off the field, and that will bring Howell back in for the Pirates. There's the throw in. Sent upfield, and Kopang looks to control. A foot on it by Reese of Polson. And Grace Daniel comes up with it to Walker. Walker on the far side looking to switch fields. She will. Craig is there. Through the legs of Craig. Controlled now by Ducharny. And Walker with the takeaway. Walker to push with one on. Sends it ahead to Kopang. Kopang on the run. One defender there. Kopang is there. Kopang with a touch on it. Dribbles it into the near side corner. She's going to make a run on the goal now. Tries to center it up, and it'll be out of bounds. We'll have the first Breaker goal kick or corner kick of the game. 7:51 left in the half. Goal kick coming off the foot of Walker in the near corner. It's punched in across the goal. Try to get ahead on it. Emma Daniel will center it up on the far side. She'll dribble it in. On the end line, Emma Daniel fighting for it on the far side. And it'll roll out of bounds behind View for a Loyola throw-in. Nope, they're going to say Polson. So this one tossed up field. And out of bounds. Breakers will have the throw in now. 7 minutes. Tied at 2. Nice job to center it back up. Craig tries to center it. Kopang gets a foot on it. Turns. She's got 4 defenders in front of her. She'll break through 2. Stops. Hesitates. Looked like she was going to crack one. Now she'll center it up. Walker will take one, and that one is through the uprights. If that was a football, that would be for 3. So Rost now with the goal kick. Here's the kick. Upfield, Howell will get a foot on it. Walker is there battling with Hupka. And it is up the far sideline, out of bounds, and the Breakers will have the throw in. Quickly back into it. It's Walker. Walker on the push. She's got 2. Comes to the near side. Crosses over. Waits. Kopang centering up in the box. Walker's going to take a shot. And that one will bounce in front of Rost. So Rost to run it up. Now she'll boot it out. Nice high kick. Comes down. Off of Emma Daniel. Howell to the far side, centered. McKenna Round with a foot on it. Sends it back to midfield. Kopang is there. Emma Daniel, and now it breaks through. Pushed ahead, Armstrong. And on the run, McKenna Round, near side. Round to stop, crosses over. Good move, got Armstrong to cross over. McKenna Round battling away, needs some help, gets it now. Ron Dorstein will send it ahead. And it'll roll out of bounds at midfield. 5 minutes left in the first half as we have the throw-in. Drop back, and this one's flicked ahead. Off the head of Daniel. On the ground. Nice effort by Finkbeiner. Walker with it. Kopang on the run. Walker will get around the defender. She's going to send it ahead. Far sideline. It is Huffman chasing it down in the far top corner. She's going to try to center it. It'll be pushed out of bounds, and we'll have a Breaker throw in on the far side. Polson coach with it on the far side. As we approach the 2-minute kill time, Emma Daniel will take the throw in, out of bounds. It'll be off of Daniel. So Polson to have the throw in. 3:57. As Polson rotates players. They're going to bring 3 in this time. And Walker to control. Taken away. Howell centers up, brought up field. Howell with it now at center field, and there's McKenna Round to get a boot on it. Turning around. It's Burland. Burland sends it forward. Round will run up on it. Gets a foot on it. Sent ahead. Armstrong all by herself on the near side. She's going to turn, crack one, and Newman's got an easy block. Or an easy save. Newman waits for traffic. Now she'll put a foot on it. High to midfield. Controlled by Hupka. Sent up field. And Van Dorstein will send it out of bounds. Here's the throw in. Comes to the near side. Armstrong centers it up. And this one will be laid up in a save by Newman. Newman now waits for traffic. Gets everybody to push up field. She'll put a boot on it. Comes down on the foot of a Pirate. And Walker gets it centered up. Walker to push up field, taken away by Howell. Kopang puts a foot in there. Howell with the 2 goals for the day for the Pirates. She is battling away against Walker and Kopang. This one's sent upfield on the run, pushing. That is Burland. Burland's going to turn, try to center it. Cross goal, out of bounds, off of a breaker. And we'll have a goal kick for the Pirate, or a corner kick for the Pirates. So they'll set up on the far side for this corner. And it will be Armstrong to take the corner. Newman directing traffic. Armstrong now set with the kick. Sent in. And Newman is there to tap it away and pick it up. Newman will put it on the foot, send it up the far sideline, kicked out of bounds by Polson. And we are inside that 2-minute stoppage time. I know I've got our clock running. And we'll go ahead and stop it at 1:08 as it's pushed forward. Polson trying to get control. It has been breaker control. Walker with it. Kopang is just ahead of her. Walker's going to split the 2 defenders. Looked like she's going to put a foot on it. Defender got on it, and this one will be sent in. Shot on goal for the Breakers. Ross now with the goal kick. She'll send it high into midfield off the chest of Armstrong. She'll drop it back at the feet of Day. Day up to Armstrong. Near side. Van Dorstein step for step. Howell is there. And it is kicked out by the Breakers. And this will go off of a Pirate. Carlin Lechner there. So we have the throw in by Van Dorstein. Good throw, trying to get it to Kopang. And it is Aaron Dahl. Punched up the sideline. Kenna Round is there to stop it. Crosses over. Round now centers it up to Walker, but Armstrong is there to take it away. Approaching the end of the half. Inside the 2-minute stoppage time as Polson battles away. And that's Lechner. Lechner now. Near side, and Lechner has it punched out of bounds. It'll be a breaker throw-in. on the near side, and they say Kopang. Ref looking at his watch. Whistle at his lips, and that is half, folks. So we finished the half, tied at 2 between Loyola and Polson. As we get ready for the second half between the two teams, we'll step aside for 3 minutes. We come back. We'll have halftime on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to Rollin Field. Chris Stratton with Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are at halftime between the Breakers and Polson, tied at 2. For the Polson Pirates, they earned their 2 goals off of 8 shots, total of 3 goal kicks. Keeper Rost with 5 saves. It'd be Ashley Howell with goals in the 29th and 25th minute for the Pirates. For the Breakers, they earned 2 goals off of 12 shots, 1 corner kick, and Megan Newman with 6 saves. It would be Lainey Walker that put the Breakers on the board in the 32nd minute, and then Sid Kopang in the 19th minute off of a penalty kick. That's how things are laid out here in the first half. Looking at the stats, don't forget, folks, we have more Breaker action going on this week as Loyola will be in Hamilton for soccer on Tuesday night. We'll have both those games audio streamed right here on MPSN. Thursday, we'll kick off Missoula County Public Schools soccer on MPSN. That would be Sentinel at Big Sky. Both boys and girls games we'll have right here. Friday night, we'll be back to football as Fairfield will be in town to take on the Rams. Rams 2-0 on the season. Big win last night over Whitehall. And then Saturday, back to Loyola Soccer as the Rams and Breakers will head to Stevensville. We'll have all those games right here on MPSN. And remember, folks, if you missed any of the action, go to our website, www.mpsn406.com. At the top of the page, in the menu, is the replay tab. Click on the replay tab, find Loyola, and you'll find the replay of the soccer games. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have the second half for you right here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Tied at 2 between Polson and Loyola.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we get set to go for the second half between the Polson Pirates and the Loyola Breakers, tied at 2. Be the Polson Pirates taking the game against the Rams, 6-1. Don't let the score fool you, though, folks. I know I always say that. But most of the play was made, or most of the action was in the Pirate side of the field. It was just Polson was able to capitalize in the first half off of fast breaks. So we start action. And controlled by the Breakers. Breakers going right to left now, east to west as this one's dribbled in, and Ross, the keeper, will pick it up. Ross with it on the foot. Upfield, midfield, fighting for it, and getting a run. That's Hupka, upfield, and Howell will take a shot into the back of the net, and just like that, the Pirates take the lead, and Howell will have the hat trick in the 39th minute of the second half. So we come back to the top of the key, or back to midfield, I should say. And we come up the near sideline. Sorry, folks, was working with the scoreboard and the clock. In the near side and trying to punch it in at the top. Breakers get a foot on it. Emma Daniel goes down. Sid Kopang is there fighting for it. Kopang now turns and she'll center it up. Shot on goal. So it's out now to the top to Polson. And there's Walker again. Walker's got one goal on the day. She's going to split the defenders, and she'll put it in. Winnie Walker with the goal at the 38th minute. And the Breakers tie it up at 3. There's the start of play. It's Armstrong with it. Armstrong trying to center it up. Kopang fighting for it. Emma Daniel there at midfield sends it up to Kopang. Kopang has Walker, sends it to Walker. Walker gets tripped up, and we're going to get a whistle. We'll get the camera hooked up on the action. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to do camera and commentary. Kopang with a free kick. Last time she had one out here, she took a shot on goal. Here's the kick, and she's going to send it in, and this will be hopped right in front of Rost. 12-8 was the difference, the margin on shots on goal, with the Breakers being in favor. This one's upfield, and that's Hupka, and she's going to be offsides. So they'll bring it back upfield, and it looks like Huffman's going to make the kick. No, that is Dale. And now Huffman controls it. She'll kick it out of bounds on the far side. So Polson on the throw-in. And Polson looking to push it. It's headed upfield. And out of bounds. Be Loyola throw-in. As the Polson coach tracks it down, and we'll have a substitution as Armstrong comes off the field. Polson will have the throw on the far side. And it will be to Howell. Howell's going to push it ahead. And the substitution, Heiser on the far side for Armstrong. They battle behind the pole in the window into the far corner. Out of bounds, and it will be a Polson throw-in. Polson looking to control at the top of the box, comes to the near side, and centered. Huffman is there. I mean, not Hoffman. Good job by the breaker defender, and we have our first corner of the second half. And this one will be taken by O'Derry. She's going to center it up, and Newman can't get a hand on it. It's at the end line, battling for it. Out of bounds. And we'll have a corner on the opposite side. That one was scary for a few moments for Breaker fans. Everybody taking a collective breath. And that one's across the pole, out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick. And Newman's just going to bring that one near side. Grace Daniel will send it up to McKenna. McKenna round with one on. She's going to send it up, trying to get it to Kopang as they battle behind the pole in the window. And Van Dorstein fighting for it on the far side. Howell will come up with it. And McDaniel with a poke at it to send it back out. Now back upfield. And it's Ducharny. Send it up. Kopang now with a good move and a twist. She's going to send it up to Walker. Walker on the run. Walker's got 2 on the day. Kopang streaks ahead. Walker with 2 on. She's going to break past one defender. They get a foot on it. And this one's put into the box. Fighting for it. Off the knee of a breaker. Out to the far side. Out of bounds. And the Breakers will have a goal kick. Or a throw-in. Here's the throw-in to Walker. Walker sets it back up. Huffman will center it across the goal, and it's going to be out of bounds. So tied at 3. Back-to-back goals within the first 2 minutes of the second half. And Rost will take the goal kick. She's going to have a mid-boot. Comes off. Lechner up the field. Near side, out of bounds, and Polson will have the throw-in now. Throw-in shallow, and referee says, nope, you got to get that ball behind your head. Ball's got to go all the way behind your head when you have the throw-in. So that'll give Sid Kopang the throw-in. She's going to toss it to Walker. Walker with a good move. Kopang will come to the near sideline. That's where she's going to go with it, is to Kopang. Kopang has it poked away, out of bounds, and the Breakers with another throw-in. And we're going to have a substitution as Lechner comes off. And that's number 19 coming in. I don't have a 19 for the Breakers. So she'll go by a number. Kopang deflects, and it's going to be out on her. Polson will have the throw-in. Oh, they say handball. So it'll be a free kick taken by Dalby. She'll send it up. Stalled by Hupka. And pitched ahead to Modiri. This one's upfield. Newman will come up and she'll scoop it up just inside the box. And she's going to put a boot on it here in a second. Nice kick, short of midfield. A boot to advance it. Craig is there. Switching fields now is Polson. Drop back and Kopang will pick it up. Kopang's got one on the near side. Kopang will fight through two defenders. Defender will get a boot on it. McKenna round to deflect it. And the push now by Polson. Polson centers it up. On the run is Howell. Howell's got 3 on the game on the hat trick. She'll center it up. Trying to get to it. Newman is there, and Newman will take it off the foot of Dalby. Here's the kick by Newman. Header, settled. Walker tries to flick it to Kopang. Kopang shields, crosses over, and sends it ahead, out of bounds, and that will be a Polson throw-in. Good throw, ahead on it by Loyola. Walker is there. Walker gets around the defender. Defender and Walker. Push past. Walker on the run. She's got 2. Sends it ahead to Kopang, who is on sides on the near side. Kopang now stops, hesitates. She's going to dribble in. Centers it. Walker puts it on center. And we have a handball in the box. Excuse me. Defender put her hands up in front of her. No, they're going to call offsides. Zach Tyree giving us a little commentary. The Ram boys down cheering on. Their breaker counterparts. Here's the free kick outside the box. Pushed forward. Walker's trying to get there, but a foot on it by Polson sends it out of bounds, and it will be a breaker throw-in on the far sideline. And another substitution as Lechner comes in, and that will send Huffman off. I'm wondering if number 19 is at number 9 in our book. Isabella Johnston. That's what I'm thinking. A little bit of a breeze, as you can hear on the microphone. Newman's going to come up out of the box, and she's going to punch it forward to midfield. That's Finkbeiner. Kopang picks her up. Far side now. Centered. That's Howell. And now pushed upfield. Howell's on the run on the far side. She's streaked by Van Dorsty. Howell will send it to midfield. And now turning. Breaker defense back there. Switching field, stepping up now. At the feet of Heiser. And Walker fights through. She'll get it up to Johnston. Johnston off the foot, and now Dale will push it. Sideline. And controlled by Polson. Sorry about not having the camera in view. As it's kicked out of bounds. So Polson will have the throw-in on the far side. 26 minutes left. And they'll throw it at the feet of Finkbeiner. Centered in. And Round will boot it out. Foot back on it. And that's Von Dorstein to push it up. Tries to get it up to Kopang. Not enough. Now Walker. Walker to push. Walker sends it upfield to Kopang. Kopang on the run. She's got one defender to beat. She gets a foot on it. Kopang now stops. Turns, and she's going to try to center it up. Kopang turns to take a crack. Defender gets a foot on it. Johnston now near side. Picked up by Polson. Walker puts a foot on it, and now it'll be pushed out. Round with it on. Round. And Howell. Howell to push. Gives it off to Modiri. And it's upfield. Burland will try to chase it down. Centers it up, and the Breakers defense is there. McKenna Round fights for it. Continuing to fight is Polson, trying to get through, and the shot on goal, and it's good. And that's Sophia Modiri in the 25th minute. To give Polson the lead, 4-3. And I'm a little bit behind on my shots on goal. So the Breakers looking to come back. They have done so today. When Polson has put a point on the board, the Breakers have battled back. They're going to drop this one all the way back to Newman. Newman will boot it out of the box. And settling it is Hupka. And picked up by Walker. Walker on the run. Numbers favoring the Pirates. Fed up to Kopang. Kopang with a run. She gets a shoulder on it. Krieger is there. Walker comes up. Or no, that's Grace Daniel. Now Walker has it. Walker's going to split two defenders. She's going to come up, takes a crack on the goal. And Ross will have the save. And Krieg will come up. Now the kick out of the box. Trying to settle it down is Day. And now Howell on the run. Howell's got 2 on the day, 3 on the day, and it's punched in. And that'll be Kyla Heiser in the 23rd minute. And Polson leads 5-3 now with 23:57 on the clock. Walker with it. At midfield. Walker battles away. Gorgeous Saturday day. Couldn't think of being anywhere else in Montana. Or anywhere in the world other than right here in Missoula, Montana for a soccer game. We were in Whitehall yesterday. That was a little bit breezy. We had 12-mile-an-hour winds at kickoff last night, and they stayed steady until the sun went down. Ahead, out of bounds, and that will be Polson ball. Battled for on the near sideline. Grace Daniel is there. And it's cleared out. Polson now punches it back down into the Breakers' end of the field. And Grace Daniel will kick it out of bounds on the near sideline. Polson taking a 2. Taking a 2-point lead over the Breakers. 5-3.
5-3.
They're looking to set up another one. And Walker with a foot on it. Trying to center it up. Gets through the defense, and Newman will come up and pick it up in the box. Newman to punch it out. Bounces high. Kopang with the head forward. Polson tries to settle. Kopang is there fighting for it. It's Emma Daniel on the defender. Grace Daniel, and then Emma Daniel. Kopang's going to come up, fight for it. She's at the top. Kopang in control. Numbers favoring Polson. Kopang's going to push past the defender. She gets past Armstrong down the far sideline. She's got shot on goal, save, deflection, still in the Polson box, and it'll roll out. And we've got a throw in on the far side, just wide. Of a corner kick. And Polson will sub a player out. Here's the throw-in. It is actually the Breakers that will have the throw-in. Walker with a nice move to turn. She's going to try to center it to Kopang. Kopang with a shot. It's blocked. It's in the air. At header. Kopang at third. Shot blocked again. Frost with a couple of great saves. And Kopang to send him right back in there. Emma Daniel will take the ball over once again. She's going to send it into the box, and that one will be just wide of the goal. And a goal kick by Rost. Inside 20 minutes. Breakers looking to come back. Down 5-3. Walker tried to get a foot on it, but it comes off of Armstrong. Walker now to push it in. Walker pushes it to the far side, turns, tries to take a crack, but Armstrong is there. This one's shot on goal, and it's up over the top of the goal, and we'll have another goal kick. So the Breakers will not go away. And they are one away from being even with their last, and this is actually going to be a goal kick. So Sid Kopang to set up the corner kick for the Breakers. Kopang with the kick. She'll center it up, and it's a Polson defender to kick it out of bounds, and we'll do it again. Kopang setting up for the goal kick. Sends it in and to the top. This one's got a deflection. It's going to roll off. Kopang gets there, saves it from hitting the end line. Too hard. Daniel will put it back into the box. Kopang is there. Kopang turns. Left-footed, and it's taken away. We get a whistle and a push in the box. And this will set up Sid Kopang for her second penalty kick of the game. And the light pole is just right in the perfect spot where you can almost not see it. There's the whistle, and Kopang will have the kick, and she'll put it in. Sid Kopang, 2 goals on the day, both of them off of penalty kicks. And the Breakers pull within one. It's the 17th minute for Kopang. And it's now 5-4. Pirates. 17:43 left in the game. There's the whistle to start the clock. And once again, Breakers will be set up. Actually, it's going to be booted out by Polson, and Howell will control for the Pirates. It's pushed ahead. This is Heiser. Heiser's got a goal in the 23rd minute in this half. Drops it back. Now pushes it across, and it'll be to the near side. Trying to chase it down. And centering it. Shot on goal, and Newman will have it in the breadbasket. Kopang with a head to flick it forward. And Polson will have the throw-in on the near side. Throwing it up the near sideline, and it's ahead by Grace Daniel. Emma Daniel is there. Walker steps up. Walker with it. Now it's pushed upfield. Round is there. Round stride for stride with Heiser. Heiser on the far side. And a shot on goal, and Newman will have the easy save. She'll wait for traffic to push forward. And we're going to have a handball on Hipka. Kicked ahead. Walker is there. It gets by Walker. A foot on it by the defender, and Grace Daniel will chase it down out of bounds, and the Breakers will have a throw-in right down below in front of us. Throw in very quickly, and it's Howell for Polson to control. Howell's going to spin on it. Emma Daniel is there, fed ahead. McKenna Round gets a foot on it. And now controlled. Armstrong on the near side. She'll crack a shot. Saved by Newman. And Newman will wait for traffic. She'll put it on the foot. And that one's going to come down short. Out of bounds, and Breakers will have a throw-in on the near side. Sid Kopang to take it. And here's the throw by Kopang down the line to Walker. Good stall by Walker on the knee. She's going to spin up the near sideline, turns, tries to drop it back to Kopang, but taken away by Armstrong. Centered. Emma Daniel will chase it down and fed ahead to Howell. Howell at midfield, picked up by Von Dorstein, Von Dorstein and Howell stride for stride. Centering it up, Newman will come in and slide it right out from underneath the foot. And the boot. Nice job by Huffman. Keep a foot on it. The throw-in. Walker will have to run up on it, but the Polson defender will come up and get it. 14 minutes left. Polson, and we're going to hold for a substitution as Armstrong throws the ball down. So three changes for Polson, and now Armstrong with a throw-in. And that's going to be a handball on Hupka. Emma Daniel will take it. Walker with a shoulder to get out of the in the play. Kopang with a good turn. She's going to set it now. Turns. Spins. Drops it back, and it's Huffman. Huffman's going to center it up to Emma Daniel. Daniel will put it into play, and it'll be a save. by Rost. She'll get a good boot on it. And that will lead on too, but McKenna Round will be there to take it away. Round, stride for stride with Finbeiner. Sent back the opposite direction. And out of bounds on the far side. Throw in. Finkbeiner. Far side. And set up on goal. And a save by Newman. 5-4 Polson. Here's Newman with the kick. And she's going to send it on the bounce to midfield. Walker battles for it. And controlled now by Walker. Walker will push with one on. She'll get by the defender. Kopang on the streak. They'll send it into Kopang, and Rost will have it. "13 shots on goal for the Breakers now. Tied for what they had in the first half. Emma Daniel between the legs of the defender. Sent up to Walker. Walker will return. Put a foot on it. She tries to get through it. She does. Walker now on the push. Walker will crack one off, and Rost will bounce it off the hands. Kopang is there, and the two players will run into each other. Nice job by Kopang to come up on that one, as Rost will boot it out off the foot of Huffman and near side at the feet of Day. Sent it up by Armstrong. Now up the near sideline. Armstrong on the streak. It's Grace Daniel now. Crossover by Armstrong. Good job by McKenna Round to put a foot on it. She's going to control it. McKenna's going to push it upfield. She's got Huffman. Huffman with a foot and can't control it. Centered upfield. And now on the run, it's one-on-one. Newman and shot is wide by Moderi. Ticking away to the 10-minute mark now. And we've got a breaker down on the field. And they'll let the clock continue to tick. This will work into that stoppage time. And Missoula Bone and Joint with their representatives out here. And it's just on the edge of where the view is as they work on the young lady on the field. And I want to say that that's Giselle Huffman down. As Missoula Bone and Joint representatives will work on her. It's great to have them in the community. Both Missoula Bone and Joint have representatives at each one of the high schools here, but also the U of M, as they'll stand up the young lady. And I know it's just out of your guys' view. That pole for the window is right there. And that is Giselle Huffman. And she's very gingerly going to walk off the field. But both the Bone and Joint and then I know Bone and Joint's internships, they work with the U of M. So there's both Bone and Joint and a representative from the U of M department. One of the top schools in the nation when it comes to sports nutrition. As Huffman very gingerly goes off the field. And these young ladies, they are students before they are athletes. The student is the most important part of student athlete. We always want to make sure that they are healthy and ready to go for school. Education is the most important thing. Sports is secondary. Although it teaches you a lot about life. So the goal kick now will be short. Flicked ahead. And it's Kopang on the near sideline. Kopang has it taken away. Armstrong feeds it up to Berlin. Berlin now has Armstrong. Armstrong on the near side centers it back to Berlin. Berlin was going to take a shot, but she backed off of the defender there. Now working it in, and it's off the crossbar. Kyla Heiser with a shot on goal. As we tick towards the 7-minute mark, we'll have some stoppage time with the injury to Huffman, so I imagine we will see extended into that 2 minutes now with the Montana High School Association. They stop the clock at 2 minutes and don't add the stoppage time. It's up to the referee at that point. Walker battles for it on the far side. She's going to push it up now. Stalls. Trying to center it up, and the Polson defenders are right there. And Walker will send it upfield for Kopang. Kopang on the run. She's got one defender who does get a body on her, and Kopang will drive it in regardless, holding on to it, deflected off of a Pirate, and now it's cleared out of the box by Polson. Armstrong with it right in front of us. Armstrong to push it upfield. She'll stop. Near side. And Armstrong comes up with it on the far side. She's being worked by Day. Centered now. Turning. And a foot on it. Now the shot on goal. It'll be high and wide. And a goal kick. 9 shots on goal for the Pirates in the second half. 12 for the Breakers. And we're heading towards that 5-minute mark. Here's the goal kick by Newman. Emma Daniel will pick it up. And it's taken away by Hupka. There's McKenna Round. McKenna Round with some good footwork. Out to Van Dorstein. And cleared up field. Kopang. She'll let the ball settle at midfield. Waits for red defenders, and it's Walker. Walker will push up, and it's the goalie. The goalie will have the kick on it, and Lechner will wait for it. Sorry about the camera. As we get set in, Lechner right in front of us. It rolls down the sideline, and Polson will pick it up. And Emma Daniel will have it taken away by Polson. Emma Daniel fights for it. There's Lechner, feeds it forward, but it's kicked out and cleared. And McKenna Round will kick it to the near sideline, out of bounds, and Polson will have a throw-in. 4:22. Unofficially, we will have stoppage time as they work on Huffman over underneath the tent. Ball set to the middle of the field, and Newman will come in and take it away. She'll punch it out. Kopang to come up, puts a header on it to send it ahead for Walker, but Polson gets a foot on it. Far side. Johnston comes to the middle of the field. Walker now. She's got two red, and Kopang on the streak. Kopang by herself. She's going to turn correct towards the middle of the goal, and it'll be just wide. Got to work on being able to run the camera and do commentary at the same time, folks. I got you the commentary, but you didn't get to see what happened. So that'll set up a goal kick for Polson. As we approach the 2-minute stoppage time. Emma Daniel forward to Walker. Walker now. Gets by the defender. Walker on the drive. She'll shoot it, and it's in the goal. Lady Walker put it in the back of the net at the 3-minute mark. And Laney Walker will have the hat trick to tie it up at 5 apiece. 3:09 left in the game. So Laney Walker comes with a big goal to tie it up at 5. Centered up. Taken away, it's Walker again. Walker on the run, she splits the defenders, feeds it up to Kopang, gets through, Kopang gets a foot on it, pushed back. Kopang's there, defender goes down, pushed out, sent back in, and Kopang will chase it down on the near side. Kopang now. And it's going to set right on the end mark. Back to Emma Daniel. Daniel to the middle of the field, sends it in, and the defender will get a foot on it. Turns and will be kicked out of bounds. No, saved by Polson. There's Huffman. Huffman is back in. These Breaker girls are tough, I'll tell you what. Here's the throw-in. Emma Daniel. Drops it back. Didn't start the clock, but we are 2:15. Huffman drops it back, and now we are at the 2-minute mark. Grace Daniels battling. Sent ahead. Walker tried to clear it up to Kopang. Kopang will be patient. It'll roll out, and it'll be a Breaker throw-in right in front of us as we are inside the 2-minute. Walker battles. Walker across the top, and she's going to send it in. Goal high. And we'll have a goal kick by Polson. Here's the kick. Sent up field. Johnson gets a leg on it. Polson's going to push. Off of Emma Daniel. Drop back now. There's McKenna round. McKenna to push it forward. It's Walker. Walker's got a streaking Kopang. Walker gets a foot on it. She'll continue to push. Outside to Huffman. Kopang in the middle. Huffman sets, and it's going to be out of bounds. Goal kick. Breakers. Kopang now, setting up with the corner. It's on its way and deflected. Kopang will come back out and get it on the near side. Kopang will send it back in across the box. Rolls to the far side, out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick for Polson. Tied at 5. Inside the 2-minute mark as our field official checks his watch. Should have about 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time as Johnson lets it roll between her legs. Polson will pick it up, and they'll turn and run. Up the far sideline. That is Heiser. Out of bounds off of the Breakers. Throw in, and a nice job by Emma Daniel to get a head on it. Walker is there. Kicked out of bounds, and this will go back to Polson. And they've got to fish the ball out from behind the stands on the far side of the field. Polson coach will go back and dig it out. It rolled all the way to the ditch, folks. And we'll get one into play from the sideline. So here's the throw-in. Controlled on the far side by Heiser. Kicked out of bounds by the Breakers. Here's the throw in. Down the sideline, Walker drops it back, a little too much on it. And Van Dorstein will just kick it out of bounds. Polson with the throw in. Heiser on the streak. Round is back there. Round to defend, and Round will take it away. McKenna Round punches it forward. Defense is there. The Armstrong is there at the top of the box, just out of your guys' view. It's punched forward now. Polson brings it to the near side, rolling down, out of bounds, and it'll be a breaker throw in very quickly. Huffman is into it. She'll throw it, and that's game, folks. We will finish tied at 5. On the day. So the Breakers tied up at 5-all. 14 shots on goal for Loyola. Total of 3 corner kicks. For Megan Newman, it would be 14 saves. For Polson, 5 goals. 17 shots on goal, and they would have a total of 5 corners, and it would be 12 saves for Rost on the day. Sid Kopang with a pair of goals on penalty kicks, and Lainey Walker with the hat trick with 3 goals on the day. For Polson, it would be Ashley Howell with the hat trick. A goal by Sophia Moderi and Kyla Heiser, and it's tied at ends in a tie. We'll be back in action on Tuesday night, folks, as Loyola will head to Hamilton for that match. Be sure to tune in on Tuesday night. Thursday we'll have Sentinel at Big Sky. Friday is Fairfield at Loyola, and to finish the week off, Loyola in Stevensville. I want to thank all of our sponsors for tuning in, but most importantly, we want to thank all the fans. Without the fans cheering on these young men and women, well, they don't feel like the sports heroes that they truly are. So thank you for tuning in, cheering on, and enjoying the game. And then there's also these sponsors. If you're out and about in the community, you happen to call on one of these sponsors or stop into their business to use their services, take 30 seconds to tell them thank you. Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana. Paradise Falls. No matter what it's like outside, it's always nice in Paradise. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montanans since 1959. D.A. Davison, member SIPC, Strength of Advice. Fast Trip Conoco, proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports. Stitches, we make you look good. Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf, Missoula's one-stop shop for all of your hockey and lacrosse needs. Garden of Reading, home of Missoula's best homemade fudge. Mike's Print and Copy, your locally owned print shop, and Milk Crate Media 406. All your media needs in one professional packed crate. So the Rams fall to Polson, 6-1 in the first game, and the girls tie it up at 5. We will talk to you folks on Tuesday night. Have a great and safe rest of your weekend.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.